Medusa is one of the most recognizable figures in Greek mythology. Her story has fascinated people for centuries, and her image has become an iconic symbol of power, beauty, and danger. But who was Medusa, and what was her story? In this video, we'll explore the myth of Medusa, from her cursed transformation to her final confrontation with the hero Perseus. According to Greek mythology, Medusa was once a beautiful woman with long, flowing hair. She caught the eye of Poseidon, god of the sea, who desired her greatly. However, Medusa was a priestess of Athena, goddess of wisdom and war, and had taken a vow of chastity. One day, Poseidon found Medusa in Athena's temple and proceeded to rape her. When Athena discovered what had happened, she was furious. Not only had Poseidon violated the sacred temple, but he had also desecrated one of her priestesses. In her anger, Athena punished Medusa for what she saw as a betrayal. She transformed her into a hideous creature with snakes for hair, and anyone who looked into her eyes would be turned to stone. Medusa was then banished from society and forced to live as a monster, feared and reviled by all who encountered her. She was forced to live in isolation, banished to a remote island where she could cause no harm. Medusa's transformation was not only physical but also emotional. She became bitter, angry, and full of rage, feeling betrayed by the gods and the world. She was feared and reviled by all who knew of her, and her once beautiful face became a source of terror and horror. Thus, Medusa's transformation from a beautiful woman to a terrifying monster was a tragic one, caused by the gods' jealousy and desire for control. The story of Medusa reaches its climax with her confrontation with the hero Perseus, a demigod and son of Zeus, who was tasked with killing Medusa as part of his quest to retrieve the head of the gorgon for the king of Seriphos. Armed with the god's weapons and the power of Athena, Perseus set out to face the monster. But Medusa was not an easy opponent to defeat. Her power to turn people to stone was a formidable weapon, and her hideous appearance could frighten even the bravest warrior. However, Perseus had a secret weapon, a mirrored shield that allowed him to see Medusa's reflection and avoid her gaze. In a fierce battle, Perseus used his shield to avoid Medusa's attacks and struck her with his sword, severing her head from her body. As he left the island, the blood from Medusa's neck dripped onto the ground, giving birth to Pegasus, the winged horse. This victory made Perseus a hero and earned him the admiration and respect of the gods. But for Medusa, it was a tragic end to a life that had already been filled with suffering and pain. And yet, for all the attention given to Medusa's curse and her eventual defeat, her story is rarely told from her own perspective. Imagine being cursed with snakes for hair, shunned by society and hunted down by heroes seeking glory. Medusa must have felt alone, afraid, and betrayed by the very gods she once worshipped. In some adaptations, Medusa is also portrayed as a tragic figure, a victim of the gods' jealousy and wrath. It's important to remember that even the most fearsome monsters have their own stories to tell, and by understanding them, we can gain a deeper understanding of our own humanity. Medusa's story has captivated people for centuries and continues to be a popular subject in art and culture. From ancient Greek pottery to modern-day video games, Medusa's image has been depicted in various forms of art, literature, and media. In Greek mythology, Medusa's head was used as a weapon and even as a symbol of protection. It was believed that her image could ward off evil spirits and protect the wearer from harm. Despite her terrifying image, Medusa's story has been used as a symbol of strength, resilience, and survival. Her transformation from a beautiful woman to a monstrous creature has been interpreted as a metaphor for the challenges and struggles of life, and her defeat at the hands of Perseus has been seen as a triumph of good over evil. The story of Medusa is more than just a tale of a monster and a hero. It is a story that has many lessons to teach us about life, love, and the human condition. Firstly, Medusa's story reminds us of the danger of pride and arrogance. Medusa's beauty and vanity led her to offend the gods, and her punishment was severe. It is a warning to us that we should not let our pride and ego blind us to the consequences of our actions. Secondly, Medusa's story highlights the importance of empathy and understanding. It is easy to judge someone based on their appearance or actions, but often there is a deeper story behind their behavior. Medusa's transformation from a beautiful woman to a monster was not her choice, and her actions were driven by her fear and pain. Finally, Medusa's story is a reminder of the power of perseverance and resilience. Despite her difficult circumstances, Medusa found a way to survive and thrive. Her story is a testament to the human spirit and the ability to overcome adversity. And that's the story of Medusa. From her tragic beginnings as a beautiful young priestess to her transformation into a feared monster, and her ultimate demise at the hands of Perseus, Medusa's tale is one of betrayal, vengeance, and the power of the gods. Despite her monstrous appearance, Medusa continues to captivate our imaginations as a symbol of both terror and empathy. Thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe for more videos on the fascinating characters and stories of mythology.